want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring them to their knees. Take for their disease. Just like a wing, spread into.
Good evening, kindred and kind. Welcome back to Near Dark Society's Vampire the Masquerade, Chicago by Hellfire Chronicle. We are now on episode 18, titled The Last Call. Not to be confused with The Last Ride, but which would be understandable after some of the individuals of last week's episode. But doing a little recap before we get into tonight's game. Some rather unusual events occurred between our pack. As Gable went to go and investigate the correlation between this type M and the Thin Bloods, Renee and the rest of the pack decided to take the call of Solomon Giovanni, making your way to his residence. Although it was rather foreboding and ominous, to say the least, since upon your arrival, not only were almost all of his guards completely called away for the night, but the general sense in the air felt off. It was here JB had his fateful reunion with Matthew Venneberg, aka Murph, aka Peter, the man of many names.
He just doesn't know about him.
Thankfully, due to JB's gunslinging skills and the help of his pack, they were able to thwart off Murph's attempt at taking JB to final death. Renee, on the other hand, witnessed a most shocking and otherworldly sight. Outside, within the boathouse, Frankie was apparently about to be abducted by some strange, green, oily-skinned creature with a large maw and mandible of teeth, sharp, visceral claws, glowing red eyes, a scene straight from the sights of hell. Thankfully, after unloading an entire clip of an MP5, magazine, not clip, entire magazine of an MP5, and Frankie's rather new and unusual green fiery power, this demon was incapacitated, burnt to a charred crisp,
Not dead.
smoldering pile of fell flesh. Well, how will this night conclude for our pack? What will they do with Frankie? What will Gable find out about the Thin Bloods? Let's find out on tonight's episode of Chicago by Night. So before we start tonight's game, let us go around the table and introduce ourselves to our vampires tonight. Starting right here.
Oh, that's fucked up.
This is Luke Langley, Clan Nosferatu.
J.B. Reeves, Clan Banhu Hakim.
Renee, Clan Nakata.
And Lucius Tivu, Clan Ministry.
And I will be your ST for tonight. Now, what shall the pack do? What is your course of actions after the events of the Giovanni Manor? After all, it's a rather secluded area. From what you can tell, there doesn't seem to be any other signs of hostile activity or anyone else in the manor. It's empty.
Would we have checked all the rooms?
If that's what you want to do. It will take some time to do that. It is a rather big manor.
Yeah. I can't remember where we exactly left off. Are we still
You are
overlooking-
outside on the patio by the pool and currently witnessing the steaming pile of demon flesh while Frankie appears to be unconscious on the ground.
I'm gonna try wake him up.
Okay.
Hey, Luke, you wanna pick him up and try dunking his head under the water?
Sure, I could do that. I take him and I take him over to the water.
Don't overdo it. I know how you get.
Is it like a pool?
It is a pool. Yes.
Okay, I just hold his ankles and I dump him in
Okay.
like a tea bag and pull him out.
You dump him in several times. He doesn't breathe or move, so
Okay, I place him back on the ground and then I slap him across the face. I think he's dead.
Alright, I got this.
Like dead?
I'm gonna go lift up his arm. I'm gonna bite him.
so you bite him. As soon as you bite him, you just roll. Remember, he is a kindred.
What does that mean?
Hmm?
What does this mean?
Well, he wouldn't be dead. Never mind. Yeah, you crunch down onto his hand. You draw a little bit of blood, but he doesn't wake up.
All right, how about this?
That normally works.
Can I bleed into him?
You want to give some of your blood to him.
Yeah.
You
I don't-
certainly can.
It was such a interesting way of saying that, JB.
I want to walk down by the pool. Hey, Renee, do you know where Giovanni's room was?
Solomon
Yeah, wherever you met him. What is JB trying to do
in
right
the
now?
main door to the left. I don't know. It looks like you
I'm
about
trying
fight
to wake him
yourself?
up.
I don't
He's
think
probably just
I,
hungry.
I don't think that's what's happening.
I think he's tall.
No, and what I think you're doing is not a good idea, but I'm not going to stop you.
So you put a little bit of blood in his mouth. A little vitae drips down his lips into his mouth, and you watch with a short. Let's see if he does it this time. 5, finally. Okay. He watches his eyes. Oh,
Well, look who was right. Yeah.
where the fuck am I?
You are home?
Oh, where the fuck's the demon?
Keep it down. It's gone. What the fuck was that earlier that you pulled with the green fire? What was that?
Oh, so that really actually happened. Okay.
Yeah, I did this. I'm gonna gesture down to the pile of goop.
Green fire. Yes,
Yeah, I'm just about as confused as you are.
Out of his hands.
I never said that.
Oh. Hopefully.
Oh, out of his ass? Out of his mouth?
What came out of my ass?
I don't know. I am wondering myself.
Should have been anything coming out of my ass. No, man, I am hungry.
Alright, well, you already got a little JB juice in you, so, hold your oat for a tiny bit.
Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be good. No, I'm cool as a cucumber.
Why are these things coming out of you?
There's nothing coming out of me.
Coming after you?
Maybe we should go check Solomon's room, see if there's some reason why.
Did Solomon say he was leaving it all before all this happened, or do you think he was here?
I know where he's going. He's going to the manor, the Giovanni manor, the one that's been put up in the city.
Do you have a way to contact him?
I don't think we should. He tried to kill me.
He tried to kill you?
Well, he tried to kill all of us.
No,
Solomon?
your friend
So
tried killing us.
after you called, I talked to you on the phone. Pops came out, told me that you guys were going to be on the way, and that soon we were going to go for a little trip. Well, right before you showed up, I was looking for him. I was trying to find where he went. I couldn't find him anywhere. I opened the door, I went to head to the boathouse, and the next thing you know, I remember one of those things breaking through the kitchen. It tackled me onto the ground, it covered my mouth, and dragged me out. It took me into the boathouse, and Pops was in there. Told me that I was needed for something great. I don't think I should go there because it sounds like that's where he wanted to take me, or that thing was going to take me.
The boathouse. Can I see the boathouse?
Yeah.
The boathouse that's right there? That same boathouse?
Yeah, that one right there.
So is he still in there?
No, when you went out there, the one thing that was in there was that creature. No, last thing I do is I remember Pops used some sort of book. He summoned that fucking thing out of nothing. It crawled out of the darkness itself, and it hit me one time, and I was down. I'm assuming it was supposed to take me.
I am not well versed with the Giovanni stuff, but that doesn't sound like something you guys can normally do, right? Adjacent?
Books that summon alien-looking monsters. No, I'm not familiar with that. Where did Solomon spend a lot of his time? In the house?
Pops was always in his study. That's where he pretty much...
Take us there.
Alright, yeah. He gets up off the ground and leads you guys through manor, down the hall. You do find Giovanni's personal study.
Alright, start looking around, see if you find anything weird.
I mean, never even knew demons existed.
We don't know if it's a demon.
Either way, there was a. I think anything could be strange.
I think it is.
Why do you think that?
Sounds like he crawled out of a hole in the world. So that's kind of how you explained it.
You know something.
Pops is the house. I was there. I was there with another group of kindred. We were the ones that kind of went there and started to get the house set up and organized. The first time we ever went there, there was something really fucked up in the basement. I don't know what it is, but if I was to ever call something a demon, it would be that. There was this thing that we found there. It was a straight razor. I think it belonged to the old owners of the home. I thought it was just ghost shit, and then I was hearing like spirits in my head. but something started to speak to me. Every night, I would awake, and I couldn't get the call. It wanted me to come to some sort of bar at the house.
A bar at the house?
Yeah,
The Giovanni house.
yeah. It's in the basement.
It's not ominous or anything.
I know it's there waiting, and it feeds off of emotion.
Do you know anything else about it?
I know it wants me and it to become one.
What the fuck is Solomon dealing with?
I don't know. I don't know. I just know that this thing is it's hard to describe it. It's not like talking to a person, it's like talking to a something otherworldly, like a force of nature. It doesn't speak like a human. It speaks in emotion and desire and cruelty.
Alright, well listen, help us look through his study, and if we find anything, we find something. If we don't, we don't.
Tell you
the
what,
creature's here in this basement, right?
No,
No.
Giovanni
Oh.
house. They're calling it.
This study, is it like one of those with like large bookshelves filled with books?
Yeah, but it is very compact. It's not very large. It's got a fireplace, but there's two walls left and right of the fireplace, and then there's a big one on the opposite side of the wall. Everything else in here would be like your typical everyday sort of like decor and just general furnishings.
I'm gonna search the desk.
I'm gonna search the bookshelves for anything on demonology or angels, if possible.
Okay.
I'm gonna look for secret containers or passages.
So go ahead
Secret
and give me wits and investigation. And then you two, if you guys are looking for that type of stuff, then you guys give me wits and occult.
This is just nuts. So werewolves I can understand, but demons
I'm gonna blood surge.
I got 5 for mine.
Are you telling me there's also angels, or is there anything else I should know?
Luke, I'm just gonna, and I'm doing this as I'm searching, I'm saying this. You have met and are a vampire.
Yes,
and there are werewolves,
which makes sense. I could understand
and
that.
the guy that we fought was a skeleton, it looked like. So, you could probably ascertain that there are angels and demons that do exist.
I got a 4.
4,
Yeah.
Okay.
I got 5 of mine.
3, and then 5 for you.
Yes.
All right, Renee. There is a few interesting pieces of literature that are in here. Nothing that you would find to be outside the realm of a, Hakata leader. However, Lucius, as you are looking around, you find many pieces that do refer to demonology, that do refer to certain aspects of soul-bound entities on Earth, demons that have bound themselves to locations or items to inhabited. This often gives them a series of limitations that they cannot bypass. However, there are certain rituals that can be done, certain vessels that can be cultivated to house a soul-bound entity. You find this in one particular book And that's all I can really tell you from just quickly looking through it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and take that book and turn around to oh my gosh, Frankie, and I'm just gonna kind of quickly show him. Is this kind of what you were talking about? Like, does it look like any of this is what Solomon did?
Yeah. I mean, I recognize this right here. Pops has had to be studying some of this stuff.
So theoretically, you can do this too, if you're studying it.
Yeah. This right here. Okay, this is your placement marker. This has to be put in the cardinal directions: north, south, east, west. This one is your binding sigil, and then this one here is your blood sigil. So there's others missing. I couldn't perform this, but I mean the concept is here.
So that kind of proves you right. There are demons that exist, based on what he said and what this book says.
And you rolled a what on your 4? Okay.
Come on, secret container / tunnels.
And bookshelf staircase.
Oh yeah, Scooby Doo it.
You don't find any secret books that open up passageways into the walls. You don't find any vaults behind any paintings in the room.
He's crushed him.
But, however,
There's a
there is a rather intricate looking table in the room. It's a circular table. It has a sheet over it, a cloth sheet. When you grab onto the table, you pull it off and you realize that is a very ornate, well-carved spirit table. When you put your hand and run it along the side, your finger presses what appears to be some sort of mechanism. And as it does, you watch the spirit table begins to ornately open in intricate patterns and separating portions. The table begins to unlock and basically begin to form a pentagram. It appears to be recently used, as there is old melted wax that is in certain portions of this table, and the center is a hollowed cauldron that is meant for certain what appear to be burnings.
Okay, Frankie, what the fuck is this?
I have never seen that before, but that table, well, I mean, I've seen the table, but I've never seen it do that. That table came from the house. Specifically, Charlotte. Charlotte's the one that found it. I bet she knows what it does.
Who's Charlotte?
She's the other Hakata. She's really old and really snuffy all the time. Kind of like you, a little bit.
I'm not that old.
I mean, not the snuffy part.
I'm snuffy?
I mean, like, I've been telling you
After
how
all
good.
this time I've spent teaching how to do shit, you're gonna talk to me like that? That's
I mean,
fucked up.
I've been. I thought maybe, possibly, I don't know. We could. You know what? This isn't the time for this. There's demons and stuff. But you're not that snuffy.
It will never be the time for that. Ever, ever.
All right.
So why don't we go to this house?
I'm never going back there again.
How about we drop you off at the bar first? Bar.
Oh, okay. I was like, that's the last place I want to go to.
No.
Okay.
Don't think you should be here, especially by yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if any more of those things are going to show up again.
You have control of that fire thing? You're not going to burn down our failing bar, are you? Insurance? We have insurance,
Listen,
right?
now's not the time to talk about insurance fraud.
Okay.
I do have a question. And before we leave, is there anything else that we could use for some? Oh, were you shaking your head at the insurance thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just want to.
You'll never learn.
I mean, we got this book that kind of proves that they've been summoning demons, I guess.
Well,
Is there anything else that we can use?
I don't know if it's enough to
Frankie, why don't you go ahead and take a picture of the table?
So he gets a cell phone.
Yeah, he gets a cell phone. He's special.
He's a Cardiff.
How do I join Heketa? Like a cell
It
phone.
doesn't work that way. All right.
You are part of Heketa.
You probably
got
have a
phone?
better hookup with your Nosferatu brothers to get a cell phone than you'd have a hookup here with us.
You have
That's true. I like every Nos I know has a phone.
Maybe talk to Rob.
I have been not allowed. Okay.
Yeah, either are they.
How come you don't ever hang out with any?
I thought you guys like figured it out by now that vampires are kind of like the whole thing about being a vampire. Sorry, correct myself this time. Kindred is that the rule of being a kindred is to break all the rules of being a kindred.
I apparently broke a lot of rules, so I am on thin ice already.
Right, you doing a bad job at breaking the rules. You gotta break the rules better.
I mean,
I don't think this is a conversation we'd be having right now. I think we should get going.
Yeah.
I agree.
We can have this conversation on the way.
There's a reason why she's the leader.
I'm not.
Thank God, I was getting tired of wearing.
Anyone want any road bloods?
Road Bloods.
Yeah, it's basically blood I just pour into bottles.
Yeah, I'll have one.
is it your
From
blood
what?
or someone else's?
That was a what? Road bloods.
Yeah, you know, blood for the road. Throws you one.
Is it your blood or someone else's?
Yeah, I drank my own blood.
I don't
Oh,
know. Do
taste-
you shoot the fire out of your
You
hands?
want one?
Yeah.
We might as
Throws you
well.
one.
We all.
Oh, road blood's all around. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna try a little. Is it rancid?
Is it
No,
cold?
it's cool.
Oh, it's good to
Ah.
know.
Cold.
Fresh.
And it's cold, and it's also been
You mean
Circulated?
you
When you-
fresh? What is it you mean by this? It's
when you open
only
the
good that I get.
when you hear him open the fridge. He has the bottles in like one of those little paint spinners. So the bottles are constantly just being like spun in circles.
Oh, so they're creamy.
Yeah.
Nice.
There's a word for those things.
You know, we should look into something
Oscillator?
like
I don't
I
know.
this.
don't remember.
Yeah.
So we don't have to go out there and have accidents in the park.
Oh yeah, I'm terrible at hunting, so this is what I do.
I am very bad at
Where'd you get it from?
Well, you get a lot of blood from one person, but I realize you don't need to drink it all in like one go. You know, 8 liters in one person, I think, something like that. I don't know. I'm not good at math, but
Here in America, we use a different system. Not liters. We use cups.
Pounds.
Cups of blood.
well, it's a fuckload of cups. But yeah, I learned this cool method from this cool cowboy I ran into.
JP, we do use liters in America.
Where's this country gone to?
I mean, he wasn't like a cowboy, not like you cowboy, but he had a cowboy hat. He talked Southern. And he smelled like a swamp, but other than that,
Sounds like a good man.
yeah, he drives a Winnebago.
Oh my god. How many dots of hunger does that get rid of?
Did you down the whole bottle?
Yeah.
So it'd be 2 dots.
I went down enough to get 1 dot.
It can't take you past 1 dot. So.
Oh shit. That's stupid.
How long was this stay cool?
I don't know what's the temperature outside. It's pretty chilly.
I'm just saying, I appreciate it, but I'm not exactly hungry right now. But maybe later,
And why'd you take it?
Why'd you take it then?
because you were passing them out.
He just wanted to be a part
Did
of
you just
it.
want to be part of the group?
Yes,
It's not
I do.
swag.
Listen, give me the road blood back if you don't want it.
I do want it.
Then drink it.
Do I have to drink it right now?
It's a beverage to be enjoyed on the road.
Yeah,
Exactly,
But
can I
that's the
take it
point, we're
onto
not
the
on
road?
Okay, well you want to drink it while we're on the road?
Yes.
We got about 40 minutes till we get into town.
Okay, so it would be
Just
warm-
sip it.
warm back then.
Just sip it.
Yeah. Having drank some of it is definitely a sipper.
Also, we don't have a car. I'm
Yes.
assuming you can help us out there.
Oh, don't worry. I've got a sick fucking G-Wagon. I'm
You bitch.
What?
G-Wagon into this. You son of a bitch. Out of character.
Yeah, no, I've got a bunch of cars. In fact, I had like a weird fad where I was just doing whatever I was making Pops buy me whatever he wanted or whatever I wanted, just keep me entertained for a little bit.
How is
Cars
it?
was like a thing for a week.
Do you have any more of those rocket launchers?
What?
The rocket launcher.
Yeah.
You should probably bring that.
Can you bring a?
I
do you-
used all the rockets.
Do you have
Wow.
full extra ones? Maybe.
He just said he.
I only got one rocket launcher, and Pops only bought me 2 rounds. You guys saw me blow up the other one.
So you do remember us.
Yes, I do remember you, okay? I guess sometimes you get it. It's like a fashionably late, but fashionably
Listen,
forgettable.
don't you have a chainsaw? Didn't we all get a weapon? Can we
Whoa!
do
You
that?
got a chainsaw?
Yes. Do you have
That's
a?
way cooler than a rocket launcher.
I don't.
No, it isn't.
Maybe. I've never shot a rocket launcher before, so I can't.
You shot it with us.
Can we
I
walk
can't
and
really
talk?
compare.
Can we walk and talk?
Yeah,
We
yeah.
need to go.
Don't worry, grab the keys.
Hope you have room in your trunk for all these equipment we got.
Hey guys, let me tell you guys a joke. A cowboy, a hockey player, a goth chick, and an accountant get in a car.
If I was an accountant, our pizza joint wouldn't be failing. So no,
So you're a bad accountant?
I'm not an
He,
accountant.
he prefers Indiana Jones.
Oh, you're Indiana Jones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which,
Gets in their driver's seat. You don't look like Indiana Jones at all. You don't even have a leather jacket.
He left it at home.
Or a cool fedora.
sorry,
Failing to live up to expectations,
I'm not
man.
gonna wear a fucking fedora.
Hey, what's your problem with fedoras? Fedoras is the next best hat that we've ever produced.
We?
Yeah, America.
Yeah, hats were probably pretty big back in your time, right? I'm assuming you're like from the cowboy days.
That'd be correct.
What was it like?
Hot.
Everything was
Dirtier.
in sepia, brown.
Did everything actually have brown brown filtered on everything? Like
It's-
see and
Why?
see?
That's such a stupid question, Frankie. That's the dumbest thing you've ever said.
He's an Indiana Jones. I assume he's a doctor. He knows what he's talking about.
I'm not a doctor. Sorry.
Well, then he's not Indiana Jones because Indiana Jones was in fact a doctor.
I
don't
thought he
believe
was
he
a
was.
professor of some kind.
Wait, he's a professor?
I thought he was.
But you're not a doctor?
A doctor can be a professor.
Which
It's a
Which
doctor.
one are you? Are you a professor or a doctor?
I don't know. Have I ever divulged that to you?
No.
We don't know
I
each
am
other
just
very
saying
well.
this because you look like a professor.
If you don't believe you've divulged it to him, then he would not know that.
Yeah, I don't know that. I'm just assuming. I'm the character. I don't know that.
I have gone to college, yes.
I knew he was a college guy. What fraternity were you in?
We didn't have fraternities back then.
So you're like
Yeah, see, he's old. He's old.
real old. So like what, like knights or something?
No, not knights.
Oh.
I wasn't cool enough to be in a fraternity.
Are you or are you not older than JB?
Who is the older one? What's it like also, like knowing
Who's driving?
Frankie
Oh
is
fuck.
How is he driving?
like a normal driver.
Good.
For now.
For now.
So,
I'm
Yeah.
not sure, JB, who is older?
Who was president when you were youngin'?
oh, it's a good game.
Was it,
How
was
did that
there,
start?
was there any presidents?
Yes, there were presidents.
So he's from America.
I am from America, yes.
Oh yeah, I could tell that just from his accent.
Yeah, shit, I don't even remember who the president was, to be honest with you.
Does that happen? Like you just kind of like blank out and forget about it?
Yeah, stuff starts to run together when you...
How old were you when you were in a brace, Frankie?
Well, like 2 months ago. So
2 months. So how old are you?
Who was the president 2 months ago?
Nope, not where I'm taking that.
how old was I? Well, I guess I'm still the same age. My birthday wouldn't be until later, so
Just say an age.
22.
All right. Do you remember who your kindergarten teacher was?
Mrs. Vanderkar. She had a
That up.
huge rack.
Oh my god. Never mind. I'm not.
Mine was
getting into
Mrs.
that.
Miller, and she was very old, so I don't know.
What the fuck is a kindergarten?
It's like where you go like to grade school before first grade.
Did you?
All the gators' old grades are.
Did you not go to school?
I learned from the field. And
He didn't go
the
to school.
plains and the cattle.
Oh, so like you didn't go to like I thought back in the cowboy days you guys went to like those single room schools and there was like an old lady with a ruler.
Maybe if you went to one of the big old city schools, but
How big is a city back then? Like what do you mean? Like 7 people?
yeah, 7
If
people.
you were lucky,
Whoa.
you didn't die from tetanus.
How accurate was Little House on the Prairie?
Mhm.
Was it pretty accurate? Accurate.
I didn't live in the prairie. Our house was out.
I got you.
There was cactus and dirt, rocks, armadillos.
Wow,
far as the eye
you're
can
describing your hometown so eloquently.
see. Yeah.
The last I
I'm
checked there's
picturing it right now.
dirt and rocks everywhere. So
Buttes. We had buttes.
There was something I
You're
always
describing
wanted to know.
Arizona.
Was tumbleweed, was that a common thing that always...
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Tumbleweeds. They're bigger than some of the cattle. Some of the,
Honestly, that makes sense. It was called the Wild West for a reason. Pretty much everyone that wanted to be anything went west.
jackalopes.
I don't think jackalopes are real.
They're real.
Like rabbits with
Jackal-
antlers.
Oh, they're not rabbits with antlers. They're jackalopes. Completely different.
I think people just put antlers on dead rabbits.
No, they were there and they would eat babies.
So they're
They're carnivorous.
Baby
Babies,
what?
baby, anything it could get its hands on.
And jackalopes have hands?
Well, then paws.
Baby carrots?
No, when I was a hunter at the time, there was a terrible case of jackalopes.
Oh, so you're not a hunter now. That's why you.
No, I kill hunters.
Shit.
I kill hunters.
No, I'm glad this 40-minute ride is like this. I'm glad
This is the conversations happening in this 40-minute ride.
Let me tell you the tale of good old JB. All right.
And as that happens,
we had a real jackalope problem.
we pull up to the bar. As you do, Frankie kind of goes like, "All right, I'm just gonna leave it running. Whoever wants to drive can drive." So
I'll drive. I'll drive.
Oh wait, hold on. I'm gonna run inside real quick. Cause we're at the pizza shop, right?
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna run upstairs. I'm gonna grab the gun, the special gun.
Hey, while you're running in, you want to let Lars know.
Oh yeah.
Frankie.
I'll walk in there and.
Okay, you go in, you grab the gun, you explain to Lars why Frankie's there. Lars tells you to basically report after you guys figure out what happens at the mansion.
Does he seem proud?
Yeah, actually, for the most part, it seems like he's much more enthusiastic about your progress.
Oh, okay.
JB has daddy issues, noted.
No. No.
What's going
Not
on?
laughing now.
What's going on? It's called carbonation, Justin.
my drink, what's going on?
Hold on, I'll grab
He's
some.
got it. Oh my god.
You know, it just
This was supposed to
flew
be a
right out
short
my
game.
hand.
It attacked me.
Then I would of course tell you everything Lars told us about him being proud of us.
I just imagine you like coming into his like office,
Let him roleplay, yeah?
waving a gun.
Dear Lord. No, I'm older than Lars. Right?
How old is Lars?
I think you are older than Lars, yes.
I know.
He doesn't need to be older than you to be your daddy, you know.
It's true.
Same.
It's true.
I think you got it. You're good. Oh, good.
Okay.
I don't think anyone noticed.
And action. potion.
Wow, you already got that cleaned up?
Get what cleaned up.
Nah, don't worry about it. Oh, you spilled your drink in the
All right.
car.
You head back
Your red
out
blood.
to the car.
It was carbonated for some reason. It was
It's
fucking
carbonated
weird.
road blood.
That centrifuge.
You head back out to the car.
Yeah.
Okay. As you come out, you can see that Gable is approaching. You see the van pulling up. As the van pulls up, do you guys want to wait or?
I'll wait.
Yeah.
I'm assuming I'm in the driver's seat by this point. So I'm just gonna wait.
If you're driving, yep.
Yep.
No, I got it. Circulation. I got a little.
Just get rid of it. It's
What is that?
It's
The cheat sheet.
a cheat sheet. We can just reprint another one.
It's
He's
fine.
just gonna fan it.
It's fine.
Gable
it works.
hurries up to the side of the driver's side of the door.
Yep, I'm gonna roll the window down.
As you roll the window down, you're like, where the fuck did you get a G-Wagon?
Turns out I had some money in savings that collected a lot of interest over the years.
It's Frankie's.
It's Frankie's.
Okay, never mind. That makes more sense. All right. So, I got some information
Hopefully good.
concerning.
That's
One,
not good.
the meeting with the Thin Bloods went super smooth after they put their guns down.
Okay.
Did you kill any of them?
No blood was shed. I just told them that if they shoot me, I'm going to murder all of them, and then that kind of made them stop wanting to shoot me.
Yeah, that works most of the time.
It never works when I do it.
Because you have a chainsaw, not a gun.
Okay. I mean, I feel like I'd be more afraid of a chainsaw than a gun.
So, it looks like the Thin Bloods know where they're getting the Type M from. They're getting it from the Camarilla.
Should he get in the car with us? I feel like we shouldn't be having this conversation. You should probably get in the car with us.
Yes, all right. Get in the back seat.
JB, scoot over. Wait, no, JB's not back yet. Are you back yet?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
I'm back in. I'm in
Okay,
the
scoot
front
up.
seat because I called shotgun.
Oh,
I'll scoot over.
somebody scoot over.
Gable gets in, closes the door. Okay, so I told him about the Type M. Told him that I was with the Camarillas, that I'm, trying to track this shit down. They give me the weirdest look. They were like, "What the fuck are you talking about? You guys brought it for us to make this shit." And I was like, "Yeah, I was testing you on that."
And that worked?
No, that's when they raised their guns.
Oh.
And then that's when I gave him a little something, gave him a little looky look. They then put their guns down. I then said, okay, well, listen. Why is the Camarilla giving you this shit? If it's this bad, and if they're concerned about the distribution of it. They told me that it's Ballard, Horatio Ballard.
Once he says that, I'm gonna look back. Ballard? Like, Ministry Ballard?
He's a Ventru.
Oh, he's Ventru?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were...
Apparently,
Ventru Ballard?
apparently Horatio Ballard has been using Marcel to laundry the money from the exchange of the Type M supplies with the Thin Bloods. Basically, the way they word it is that the Camarilla are about ready to use the Ministry as the fall guys on the creation of this shit.
Well, that's not great for you, is it?
No, it isn't.
Now, I humbly thank them for this information, and I told them, where may I find this next shipment, and where have you guys sent it out? And then that's when they told me that there's been a change of plans. Apparently, there was some sort of strip club that they were using to move Type M through and out, and there was a big fucking shootout. There was some shit that went down there. I guess the Irish mob is also involved. Needless to say, I guess Horatio has gone like fucking crazy. He's hoarding the Type M for himself now, and the Thin Bloods are now making it for him. So, I don't know where we should go with that information, but that is what we got.
We have to take down the mob.
Putting it out on the table. Which one? Because it sounds like there's multiple mobs
No,
involved.
the Irish one, clearly.
Okay, so we killed the Irish mob, and then we killed Ballard. I didn't even know Ballard had a mob. Ballard's part of the crime families too. You don't think that he's doing this for Kevin, do you? I mean, because Kevin's connected with like the Bloods and shit.
I'd be very surprised if Kevin doesn't know everything that's going on in his city. Granted, I don't know much about him.
Needless to say, it sounds like this is a Camarilla headache, not a us headache.
Well, it is an us headache.
I mean, the fixing that portion of it.
I mean,
Unless they make it our problem.
That's true.
What if the Camarilla doesn't know? And we can come to them with the information and allow the Camarilla.
Whoa. The thing is, though, with the information I found, if that's true, if we go to them and say, hey, guess what? We found out the Camarilla, you guys are the ones giving them the Type M, they're just going to kill you guys. It might be that you guys were supposed to find a link between Marcel and the drugs. See what I'm saying?
Okay.
And that was what they were going to use as the fall. Horatio is a wild card in this situation. He's completely flipped the card. So if that's the case, then things have spiraled. And the Camarilla don't have a grip on this anymore.
What if we were to expose Horatio so the Camarilla could see?
We'd have to track him down. Also, I was warned by the Thin Bloods that I should not engage with Horatio at all. I laughed at them, told them that I was, a guru. I don't give a shit about some Ventru snob. And they said that the last time they saw him, he was so jacked up on Type M, he ripped another kindred in half and used him like a jumping rope.
So, Gabe, let me get this straight really quick. You told them, you're clearly working with Kindred at this point because you know about all this shit going on, and you told them that you're a guru.
Oh, no. How
many guru are working with Kindred in the city?
That's the thing is, I dropped the whole Camarilla guys once they realized that I wasn't actually with the Camarilla. I told them I'm not with the guru. So, I'm a Ronin, they don't know.
Okay.
They know nothing about you guys or their associations with you. So basically, now the Thin Bloods think that the werewolves of Chicago are concerned about Type M. They probably wouldn't. Well, I mean, with the whole werewolves being used in the blood.
Yeah.
That might escalate things.
Well, hopefully they don't put a target on your back for a supply source now.
so one thing that I'm concerned about is the fact that I was supposed to find out how Marcel was connected with some money laundering. Turns out, I feel like I've gotten thrown into a plot that I really don't want to be in. That I almost got.
Wait,
killed
who was trying to look into that?
Lars told me to look into it for Kritios, I believe.
Well, shit. Kritios is a Primogen. I bet you then, if that's the case, I bet you the Primogen don't know about this whole thing. This is probably an upper Camarilla fucking behind closed door shit.
That's why I'm concerned if I should just tell them to keep face. If we know, I feel like we have to tell them.
Hey, that's your guys' call, man. This is some sleazy fucking business, even for us.
Yeah.
One slip up here and you guys could end up dead. I'm not fucking around here.
I've got to say, I completely respect this whole thing that they've built. I can't lie. This is very respectable.
Shouldn't we take this whole situation to the higher up ranks and have them tell us what to do?
But this doesn't have anything to do with Jeb, though, right?
If you want, I can go ahead and I can deliver this report to Lars, and then Lars can
Yeah.
give us the call.
I don't think we should just go out acting however we want.
Yeah, I agree. Because if I decide to tell Critias, or we decide to tell Critias, I feel like that could backfire super easy.
As acting members of the Talmahira or cadets of the Talmahira, you guys are free to act however you guys wish. I'm essentially your in-between guy. If you want me to tell Lars and you don't want to put your hands in this, that's perfectly acceptable. Just give me the order.
Well, I think if it could jeopardize everything we're doing right now, then it'd probably be wise to talk to Lars first about it.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, I'll give Lars the lowdown, and then, are you guys going somewhere?
We're going to a different bar, it turns out.
Oh, okay. Well, when you guys get back, then, we can talk about it. I'm sure Lars will have something to go on by then.
Oh shit! I ran upstairs and I grabbed my sports ball.
He just goes, oh shit, and runs out of the van. Where the fuck is he going?
My sports ball main.
It's hard to say where he's going.
All right. Well, I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, hopefully.
Close the door. See Gable right inside?
I'll wait for confirmation that Luke is back and in the car.
Luke comes back with his duffel bag.
You find what you need?
I did.
Did you take everything from your room and put it in that bag?
No. I mean, it's not very much anyway, so I could if I wanted to.
Alright, I guess we go to this other bar. Did he give you an address or anything?
Yeah, we have the address.
Okay. And I'll take the address. And I'm assuming this thing has like a...
Oh yeah, it's got
onboard.
built in
Yeah,
all
I'm going
that
to put it
stuff.
in the GPS on the car.
And
Cup holders keep your drink cold.
For hating this vehicle, you sure know a lot about it.
No, that's how I was mad because I want one.
the location, Renee is very well aware of. It was supposed to be the spot for a Giovanni family reunion that has been now since essentially canceled after many of the events that have occurred over the last few weeks. It's a short trip from where you guys are. It's on the south side of Chicago in a pretty bad neighborhood, but I think that was a intentional plus side for this location. When you reach it, it is an old classic Victorian manor. It looks almost completely original. It has been upkept and apparently looks to be currently and recently renovated. There's scaffolding and many pieces of construction that are still lie outside of the building. The building appears to be dark, unoccupied, no signs of life amid within its haunting visage.
Does this house like stick out from the rest of the houses, or
Does
is it?
not look like it belongs. There's a placard on the front of the sidewalk from the Historical Society talking about Manor Whitethorn. It has a historical name, and there's a little bit of like a
little blurb about it?
on there.
I think that's the place. Definitely sticks out Great Gatsby style, like the reverse.
Oh, you mean like the neighborhood?
Yeah, it's like a really not great neighborhood with a really nice house inside of it.
Yeah. Alright, we'll go in.
Go inside.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Go in as long as everybody's ready.
All right. You walk inside, or at least walk up to the front porch. The door is securely locked. There is a pathway that walks around the side of the house. Could try that alternate path, or you could try to find a way in through this front door.
To take the front door, to take the wherever there might be a back.
Try the front door.
It's locked.
It's locked.
Yep.
It's like deadbolt locked.
It appears to be.
So there's a deadbolt on it.
The door is well fitted. You can't, but you can see that there is more than one lock on the door.
Well, let's try the back.
Okay. Let's start heading our way back.
You walk around the side, following the path and the trail. It leads to a rather modest, but still rather thick in vegetation, garden. There's a back patio porch that wraps around the corner of the house. There appears to be like an old entry into a kitchen. And there's another entry that appears to go into the cellar on the outside. However, that appears to have been sealed off. The cellar entrance from the outside doesn't look accessible.
That would have made our job much easier if we were able to go into that cellar door right there.
What makes it look like it's sealed off?
There's been like rebar that's been placed over the top of it.
Rebar.
Yeah, like rebar, and it's been like welded to it.
Wow, that's intense.
It doesn't look common practice. It looks very intentional, as though someone was went through great depths to ensure that no one would
Leave or in.
get in,
Or something get out.
possibly.
I mean, this is given validity to kind of what Frankie was saying.
Here's so far. Let me try the back door.
You go up to the back door as you grab onto it. It's also locked. You can see that it looks like someone tried to kick the door in at one point, though. There's a rather heavy indent boot print on the door. Looks like it split a little bit of the frame, but
Can you get like a judgment on the size of the shoe?
um,
Can I put my shoe next to it and then?
how tall are you? You said 6 foot, right? 6'1"?
I believe that's it's correct.
I believe it's a similar shoe size to yours.
Okay.
I'm gonna go around and try to see if any of the windows are unlocked.
As you go and you try some of the windows, building's locked up tight.
You got any crowbars or anything in that bag of yours? Anything we can use to pry this door open? Without, making too much noise?
Maybe this. I do have an aluminum bat.
I mean,
Was there a deadbolt in the back door too?
No.
I'll pull out the bat. Means it's the hardest thing I have. Really.
is there like a window on the back door?
It's a screen door, and then there is a 4-paned window above it, and you can see through it into what appears to be the kitchen.
So if I were to take his metal bat and break out I'm assuming the door, the handle's like right here? Or how?
Window's kind of up here, handle would be down here, so you'd have to break in and then like reach
Yeah.
in down.
So-
You could do it, might get cut up a little bit, but
I was gonna use the bat actually to
oh, okay.
Don't piss the house off.
piss the house off.
Well, you think this is a Hakata house for no reason?
So is the house alive now?
Does it got ghosts?
I would imagine so, yeah. You see that one ghost hunting show with the douchebag, Bryce Dark Angel. They were here recently, I think.
I did
Is
not
that-
catch this episode.
Were
I don't
they the
think it's
ones?
aired yet.
Wait, ghosts are real?
I
That's
feel like
what
I had
you.
the same conversation with
Is,
Luke just a minute ago.
There's no way you are questioning that there's a demon.
No,
That's
I'm
kind of
not.
what my whole clan their shtick is, dealing with ghosts and dead stuff.
So how would you approach getting into this thing?
How would you kill a ghost?
Why you want to kill a ghost? What do you know?
I like to know how to kill anything I might come in contact with.
Would
So
the,
why don't we figure out how to get in first without damaging property?
will the ghost try to kill us?
Absolutely.
I don't know. I don't know what kind of ghosts are in there.
Will you protect us when he's said
No.
no?
So you can kill ghosts.
No.
Can you do anything?
I dabble with dead stuff, not undead stuff.
So,
I don't.
good clarification.
I don't manipulate
Got it.
ghosts. and all
What if we
that
go
shit.
in through the roof?
You're more of a cadaver than a Casper.
Why?
I feel like I'm confused
And
more.
we go down the chimney. We go down the chimney into the house.
We are not. None of us are Santa.
How do you even?
Mr. Claus.
What? What's the flaw? It's a perfect plan.
Can I go up to the back door and try to take like the blade of my knife to try to like put it in between the door jamb to wiggle the
You
lock
could give
open?
me a dexterity and larceny.
I don't really need to take stuff from the marshmallow. 3.
It's enough. You manage to be able to use your dagger to catch the door latch or the thumb latch, and as soon as that happens, you slide it, pop it, and you can kind of force the door back and through the wedge, and you pull the door open.
Let's push it open. Cowboys first.
I'm gonna pull out my gun.
That won't do anything.
Well, we'll find out.
Just start shooting ghosts.
It depends on which gun it is, I suppose.
It's the regular.
No, good.
Okay. You
I'll
guys
go in
walk in.
last.
As you guys walk in, you find that the kitchen has been remodeled. It still has a lot of that Victorian element to it, the layout mostly, some of the original carved wood. However, there has been some additions to the house. It has clearly been renovated with the modern touch in mind to make things more easily accessible or, I guess, conforming to our society now. Through the kitchen, you can see a grand opening. Looks like a massive living room. See a set of stairs off to the left that goes up, beautifully wood carved railing that moves up to another level, and on to the right, there's a door. It's currently closed, but as soon as you all get in, the door behind you shuts, and you
shoot
shoot.
it.
You shoot the door.
Yeah, it's a ghost.
It just goes right past my face.
Roll dex and firearms.
Oh no.
Oh, this is a good roll for me.
You've already shot me in the knees with an arrow before. I don't need this.
Twice.
Twice in a row.
These aren't arrows, these are guns.
Are you shooting guns? You're
Oh
shooting
no.
guns.
Okay, 4.
Okay, good.
I feel like we should all dodge from this, because he's in front of everyone.
I'm also a crack shot.
Crackhead.
The door shuts. And as it shuts, you see JB quick turn around, the unholster of the weapon.
I just shoot one.
Oh,
I
just
shoot
once?
Just once.
And you hear a shot.
JB, what are you doing?
I checked my.
Did I get it?
You look at the door, and you hear the sound of, you know when you take a coin and you throw it against a metal surface, and you hear that ping, and that vibration noise? You look, and you can see that the bullet has flattened on the door and is vibrating, hovering, and then you watch it drop.
That's not normal.
I'm gonna go over and pick the bullet up.
Apologize to the house, JB.
Yeah, you probably should, considering that it completely flattened this bullet.
Yeah, that's fucked.
It's like it hit the door, but no damage happened to the door.
Huh.
Alright, so you can't shoot a ghost.
I don't know if it's a ghost that you tried to shoot, to be honest.
Do you try the door?
No, I assume after I saw, like, that happen, like,
Should we try the door?
Do you want to try the door?
no.
I'll try the door. Okay, we're dead. This is it.
Wait, why do you say
This
that?
is how we die.
Just open the door.
You watch as Luke shaking the doorknob. The door does not budge.
And I left my road blood in the car. We're gonna start this.
The only way out is through.
I feel like before we go right to the basement, maybe we should check out the rest of the house first.
Yeah, I'm interested in that closed door up there.
Yeah, I'm gonna start making my way through and trying to.
I'm gonna wait down here in case anything pops up.
You go for it.
All right.
Maybe don't shoot anything else.
If anything else comes out,
JB.
you can expect a bullet.
Okay, JB.
I'm going to stay with the person in our group that deals with the undead.
Also, I'm gonna keep your bat for now, just in case.
Yeah, that's fine. I have more of them.
As you turn away from the kitchen, you begin to walk towards that dining room. The door in between the dining room and the one that is closed, you watch as it cracks and opens. As it does, a soft, warm light bleeds into the hall of the room. Yet there is no shadow being casted of a person on the other side of the door. But you can hear the faint sound of glasses clinking, the sound of merriment, the sound of drinking, the sound of conversations, as though there's a full and rather active bar beneath your feet.
This is coming from the kitchen that just the door shut on?
This is coming from the door between the kitchen and the dining room, yeah.
Sounds like it's coming from the basement, JB.
Don't worry, nothing's getting out. I'm ready to go.
Do we want to go in the basement? Isn't that where Frankie said the fucked up thing was?
Yeah,
That's
we're
why-
gonna go in the basement. We have to kill the fucked up thing. I thought that's the whole reason we came here.
Well, we came to check it out. I don't know if we should go straight down into the basement.
Yeah, that's
I don't know
kinda-
what it is.
We know that's probably where we're gonna end up. Clearly, it's leading us there.
Yeah.
But I do feel like Renee and I are on the same page, so we check everything out.
All right,
before.
you guys go check it out. I'm gonna watch this door.
You do that. Luke, you still coming with us?
I think so. I don't want to be without the person that can talk to them.
Are you assuming I can talk to them?
Can you not?
It's really rude to assume that.
I'm sorry, but I am very out of my element here, so
Hey, it's true. I'll give you the pass the one time. Alright, let's head upstairs or see if there's any other stuff down here. And then
If
head
anything goes
upstairs.
bad, don't come back for me.
Huh?
what's it?
If anything goes bad or you hear something, don't come back for me.
Hear anything that goes bad with you?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't feel like we.
So you guys gonna pass the door while JB watches it?
Yeah.
Maybe I should stay here just in case.
I feel like you should.
Just listen for any sharp
Okay,
scream.
you know what? He's not gonna leave. Let's just crack it open and see what we see.
Okay.
Well, you guys are looking in the door?
Mm-hmm.
You watch as they walk up.
I'm gonna walk up too.
Door's cracked probably about 2-3 inches. As you make your way up and look through the crack, there's a staircase that goes down and then turns to the left. You can see the warm light is coming from somewhere on the other side of that staircase, but you can see shadows dancing on the wall. They're people. You can see people move, the movement of people, hear the sound of glasses, ice and drinks, people laughing, giggling, the sound of melded conversation, and music. The music of what you would find to be around 1905, 1908.
Renee, you know what this reminds me of? Have you seen the movie The Shining?
It's a good movie.
It is. It's kind of the vibe I'm getting right now. And I'm kind of worried that's JB that's going to be, you know,
Fucking
writing a story here pretty soon. You know what I mean?
So should we knock him out?
Why y'all looking at me?
No, that's just the vibe I get.
Okay.
I'm not saying that he will, but I feel like if it was anybody who would get possessed, it would be him.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
What about me?
Who are you talking to?
I don't know. Y'all looking at me, talking, whispering among
We're
yourselves.
just wondering if the music sounds familiar to you.
No, it just sounds like noise. It's dang kids' music. I don't know.
All right, who's going down first? I can, I guess.
I'll go.
You open the door. You open the door and you hear JB's boots going down the steps, gun pulled. As you get to the corner, you turn left, and you can see now out before you. Everything you are hearing, everything you are experiencing with your eyes and ears is all true. What you see before you is a vast room filled with circular tables, booths. There's people filled to the gill in here, sitting down, having drinks, smoking, looking towards a stage, and there's currently a band playing on the stage. Right to the right of this room, right to the right of the lounge, there is a large, ornate, mahogany bar. Huge mirror that's presented right behind it. There's an individual standing behind it and appears to be serving drinks to people sitting at the bar. The moment that you guys all come and turn, you watch as the entire crowd drinking, smoking, having conversations stop.
Howdy, y'all.
And you see the man behind the bar. And they all go back to drinking and smoking, and you see he looks over towards you and gestures for stools by the bar.
I'll go and sit
I'll put
down.
my
You
gun
said,
away and start making my way over.
you said there was a mirror behind him? Does it reflect, like, the people,
Yeah.
they have reflections?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go sit down. It's a ghost mirror. Do we see ourselves in it?
You sit yourself?
Do we see ourselves in the mirror?
Yeah, you see yourselves. Level 2. Sorry, Jay, could you lower the volume of that one just a little bit? That one's pretty loud. Thank you. Good evening. Welcome. Glad to have you here as guests. Is there something you would like to drink tonight? Anything. It's on the house.
No, I think we might be good.
Anything you'd recommend?
Okay, never mind.
Your heart's desire. What was your favorite drink, JB?
Sarsaparilla.
A
JB.
fan of the sass myself. As he grabs one and cracks it open and the
Oh yeah, he's a goner.
frothy foam comes pouring out, he slides it over towards you.
JB.
It's real sarsaparilla.
He knew your name without you telling him your name. Did you not catch that at all? How did you know his name?
I know all of you, Lucius. Renee, Luke.
Why?
I have a connection to this place, this home. rooted deeply within its foundations. Your sarsaparilla is getting cold, JB. Why don't you enjoy it?
JB?
It's the easiest way to find out what his intentions are.
I'm not sure that's how that
Is
works.
Do you remember what I said?
Yeah, that was days ago.
There might be a way to figure it out without possibly.
Hey, you know what?
Do you think there's a sarsaparilla out there that could do in old JB?
I don't know what sarsaparilla is.
It's delicious.
Sarsaparilla is a sweetened carbonated beverage. It's usually sweetened with molasses and other herbs and spices. I believe most of you call it root beer now. Enjoy it.
Trust me on this.
You're the guinea pig now.
I want to take a sip.
As you take a sip and it hits your tongue, it tastes just like the first sarsaparilla you ever had as a child. The feeling and rushing emotion of sensationing something on your tongue other than blood is a wild experience for you.
That's sarsaparilla.
Not only that, but the immediate feeling of the carbonated beverage beginning to rumble within your tummy, something that you have never felt in well over 100 years. You forgot what it was like to drink something like this and not immediately feel sick or repulsed by it.
It's staying down.
That's because it is your desire. Anything that you wish, please enjoy yourself here. As for you, Renee, perhaps an old habit? As he opens up a case with a needle and a powder.
No, thanks.
It will feel the burn just like it used to.
Yeah, I don't think I want to feel that again, so you can put that away. Come off me, fucking tame like a normal person.
Lucius, is there something that you desire?
Do you have a glass of freedom in there somewhere to get out of here?
Not a man who is interested in the material things.
I mean, very interested in material things, but I am freaking out right now, so I don't know.
Have I presented you with some sort of harm?
No,
Am I aggressive in any way?
no,
Then why do you feel so alarmed?
because I feel exposed.
You are fully
powerless.
clothed?
You can stop toying with him. I think you know why he feels alarmed. This isn't a normal scenario happening down here.
It is not. Thankfully, though, my time in this bar is quickly coming to an end. I have been running it here for the spirits for some time, and I have grown quite fond of their company, even as many of them drift into madness. Well, you, Lucius, is there anything your heart desires?
I'm curious. You presented her with something. Clearly, you have a idea of what we all want.
I wish I could present to you the Sword of Nil. But I believe you know who possesses that, don't you?
I do. We all do.
And what would you do with it, Lucius? Would you let JB use it for his gun? To melt down that blade and turn them into the bullets it needs?
Yeah, would you?
Or would you use it for yourself just like you intended to when you joined this pack, this facade you've given the Talmahira? They mean nothing to you. They are tools to meet your end. I can respect that.
What do you mean use it for yourself?
Oh, he hasn't told you? The sword is the only thing he cares about. It is the only item that keeps his presence within your company. JB.
Is that right?
JB, you already knew that.
But he didn't know that I already knew that.
I feel like you've forgotten.
No, it was all a facade.
You know so much about us. Who are you?
My name. I could give you a name, but you would not understand it. It is like trying to explain an emotion to a sociopath. It's a concept that is foreign to your tongue, and it does not belong there.
Dumb it down for us.
I guess a English equivalent would be something, the screams of 1,000 children as they are torn from their mother's breast.
So I think we found the fucked up thing in the basement.
I am a creature of longing. I am a creature of desire.
What would you do with said freedom?
I would do what any aspect, any fallen would do. I would act out my purpose. There are many kinds of fallen. We are not all the same, but we are all inside you, the darkest corners, the most forgotten places of your mind where you try to lock us away and keep us forgotten. You know your Talmahira, the Sabbat. They have worshipped beings such as I for a long time. Considered your short amount of time on this rock. You did not bring the young Frankie, did you?
Why would we?
Because you still acquire some semblance of intelligence, which is good. Survival is important.
What do you want with Frankie?
Frankie is the descendant of this manor. The person you know as Solomon Giovanni, well, had a rather particular favor, a need for the lady of the house. He needed to make a vessel for me. In doing so, a sacrifice was needed. A ritual was performed, and through the child's birth, it was cultivated, passed down to their children, until finally, that gift has shown itself inside of young Frankie. He's connected to me. The two of us share the same soul, split half and half. As long as we are separated, he will never reach his full potential. And my plan was to use that to escape this domain. However, that is no longer needed, as I have been provided with another vessel. And Frankie can keep his half-cooked meal. That'd be the best way for me to describe it to you. So in all honesty, I'm simply enjoying your company.
So then why are we even here?
I assume you came here looking for Solomon.
We did, and he clearly is not here.
Solomon and I no longer have a pact. Since I have another vessel, I no longer need Frankie, which means our deal is now forfeit.
Who is this other vessel?
And what do you mean by pact?
Well, it was Solomon that summoned me to this horrific existence.
So you're like a demon or a devil, or
I am a fallen. I guess in your theology you could call me a demon.
Well, what the fuck are we doing here then?
I would assume that you would like to stop Solomon.
I don't even really know what he's doing.
We would. But you know how?
I mean, is that really our problem with
Well, Solomon has that sword.
JB,
Yeah,
what sword does Solomon have?
the sword of Nil. Do I not know that?
Solomon does not have the sword of Nil.
That's Jebediah.
And Solomon is working with Brother Jebediah.
It's one step closer.
So Anthony
Wait.
was.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say Anthony was, in fact, part of this whole thing with Solomon.
Is Solomon Giovanni who he says he is?
No, of course not.
Who is he?
He is a very powerful kindred and old. His name is Mordred.
Here it goes again. Some sort of sick joke we're not in on. Then you probably are familiar with, what was his name? Mr. Bizarro? What did he go by? King Arthur? Whatever.
No, he said, I think he was supposed to be Merlin of some kind.
Yes, the two have been adversaries for a while. But their squabble means nothing to me. Only my freedom.
Considering your position, I have a question. Uriel. Where does Uriel fit into all this? I'm assuming you're familiar.
I told you there are others of me that are different. Their agendas are not the same, and this city has been chosen as a great rebirthing. Another one of my brothers, another of the fallen, Capula, attempted to sunder another reality. In doing so, he wishes to open your realm into a place that we call home.
Yeah. I'm glad to know that's mostly the truth that I've been told then.
It is Brother Jebediah that is going to fulfill this if you wish to prevent this. I do not want to see the destruction of this city. It is so much easier to enjoy cruelty and pain if your race continues to exist.
There it is.
Listen, you seem to know a lot of shit. Do you know where we can find Jeb?
I do. He has a sanctuary, a place of unholy summoning deep beneath the surface here in Chicago. Before I tell you the last part, my vessel is here. I'd like you to let them in.
You mean someone we brought? I don't think we did.
They should be arriving here at the front door.
I can go get it.
Hey, how about we both go? You guys stay here.
Okay. Hurry back.
Head upstairs.
So you head upstairs, you make your way to the front door, and as you approach, you can see a shadow coming up to the door. And the door goes to reach out, and you hear them try to open the door, and it's like they're jiggling the handle against the locked door. You guys open it, and the door opens, and you notice you see a individual in a sharp blue and gray suit. They appear to be of Indian descent, slicked back black hair, well-groomed goatee, and you see them. Hello. I wasn't expecting to see anyone else here.
Neither are we.
You notice he has like a body bag over his shoulder.
Who are you?
The name's Aljun. Pleasure to meet you. I believe we must have similar business arrangements with the individual beneath this home.
So it would seem.
Well, lead the way.
Shut the door behind him and lock it.
The individual walks downstairs, and as he puts the body bag on the bar, you watch as the individual, the entity, walks over and unzips it, revealing what you all know as, out of game, as Alec.
Oh no.
Okay, here we go.
So unfortunate.
Here we go.
Here is a suitable vessel, I believe, that you could use. There was another dark entity that was within inside of it. It may have some kinks to work out. I'm not exactly sure how this works with you all, but I would be absolutely fascinated to see this process. You watch as you see the individual eye back and forth before grabbing Alec's head and raising him out of the body bag before he places his mouth over Alec's. And as he does, there's a transfer, and you see the form of this bartender disappear. And you watch as Alec's eyes open solid black. The air burns my lungs. I can smell, feel, taste. Sits up. You watch as the entire room goes quiet. All of the spirits stop moving. They just stare and look. As he turns and looks towards them, you watch as his head just glances in their direction. This individual's jaw drops. Kind of like the mummy. You see this dark, almost eminent presence emit from their body as they begin to speak in tongues. And as soon as he does, you just see the spirits begin to just dissipate from the realm. The facade begins to fade, and this glorious warm bar turns into nothing more than a decrepit old basement of a Victorian home. As he gets off the table, this is suitable. This body has experienced some damage. What sort of traumas were done to it? I honestly couldn't tell you. I wasn't really involved with all that sort, but he did look pretty fucked up when I found him. Or at least when he was given to me. The way? Will it work? Would you decide that our meeting is concluded? You will no longer help Solomon Giovanni, and he will be separated from your dealings with him? Yes, Solomon is nothing more than a feeble old man hell-bent on the devastation of a world that he has all but lost faith in. Which means that I could give you your reward, if you would call it that. Brother Jebediah resides within the labyrinth beneath Chicago. It is a vast network of tunnels and mazes. Be warned, though, many of his cultists, I believe, have infiltrated the very network of Nosferatu that inhabit its tunnels. His cult is known as the Seven Fires. And the Sanctuary of Flame resides at the heart of their cult. Brother Jebediah is sure to have the sword in his possession, and Solomon has most likely fled. It's unfortunate. I was hoping he would arrive here so I could deal with him personally. He most likely sensed our pack was severed at some point.
Well, I think that's all we need from you. That's all you need from us.
That
Get
is
the fuck outta
concluded.
here.
Of course, unless there is something that any of you would desire in your heart.
I'm already taken. Sorry.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
You have a pact already?
As
He
you
knows.
wish. JB, Luke, or perhaps Renee. Awfully suspicious. The last time you ever felt the sting of a needle.
What do you mean suspicious?
Well, something tells me that maybe the source you used just wasn't as clean as you thought it was. Maybe Chance knows a little bit more about that.
It's time to go. I don't recommend you listen to anything he has to say. He's trying to fuck with you.
Well, go, children of God.
I'm leaving.
Leaving too.
It was great meeting you. Thanks for the sarsaparilla.
Of course. Arjun, this has been wonderfully frightening. Thank you for your participation. And you have concluded that you are no longer bound to this house. You have no need to stay here in the city. No. I will find my place somewhere. But first, I want to experience the wonders that I have forgotten.
Oh my god, he's so good.
Perfect, thank you. Well, let's go, children. Off, off, off.
Yeah, I would like to leave here as soon as possible.
As you guys turn and head up the stairs, you just hear the faint sound of cackling, maniacal laughs that almost echo and chamber throughout the basement before you hear the sound of a puff of fire and the smell of sulfur. As you get to the top, notice the individual as Arjun closes the door. Well, I don't believe I've formally been introduced to any of you.
How about you just forget our faces and we'll forget yours?
I think that would be a splendid idea.
Right.
And if by chance you wouldn't, I'm just not going to take that chance. You will forget anything you saw here this night. And you watch as you guys can't beat it.
Hold on.
Stop abusing your
Natural
power there,
20
sir.
Yeah,
Seven.
hold on.
Natural
Here we
27.
go. I would like to use rapid reflex.
Punch him in the throat.
Does it work when you're wearing glasses?
Actually, I don't think it...
I'm drunk on sarsaparilla, so I didn't
You
hear
don't
it.
even need to see him, you just have to hear his voice.
I couldn't hear him because it's sarsaparilla.
What if I'm blind and deaf?
I'd like to take my free action to deafen myself.
You ain't gonna get me.
I'll remember
He
everything.
shoots himself through his ears.
Oh, no.
He would have rephrased that as, you will have forgotten everything involving me up from this night. So you guys basically come up the stairs and just don't remember this individual ever being here or being involved.
We do remember this demon or whatever.
Yep, everything that happened, and
Everything.
even the body, in your minds, the body was just there.
Interesting.
But you do not remember Arjun or anything about him.
It was weird he was talking so much when the body was already right there. I think he would have freed himself earlier.
What was it, dominate?
It is dominate.
Because I have an unstable mind.
It's a Methuselah. So it's
Do you not
I
remember
will
who?
bust the M word out.
Do you remember who Arjun actually is?
No, I don't remember this guy.
Cool. Out of character, anyway.
so
Well, it was,
So we need to go to the labyrinth. It sounds like,
I have to
Sounds
talk
like-
to
So
Laz.
he just had us forget and then bamfed.
yeah. So while you guys were kind of in like that zoned out mode, he just took off.
Okay.
Sounds like it's your turn to be up, kid.
looks like you get to know
I
your
think
clan.
we should talk to Rabbi, maybe?
I'll be in Mars and we need to check on Freddy.
Because, I'm going to be honest, I don't have many connections to the labyrinth here.
I figured.
And as you all leave the manor, get into Branky's G-Wagon, that is where we're going to end tonight's episode. So be sure to turn in next week as we air the semi-season finale
The penultimate.
of Chicago by Night.
What does semi-season finale mean? So we're halfway through the season?
It's the
Season finale
Penul-
Eve.
Yeah, penultimate
Seasons,
episode.
okay.
The episode before the last episode.
Okay.
Potentially.
Yeah,
Depends on if we-
potentially.
Depends on if we go to Target.
Yeah. Or it depends if you guys kill any more people in the park and just shove their body into a bush.
Yeah.
Don't worry, there's a target and the labyrinth, so you guys can stop.
How? What?
This is a DOS like with a fucking broken like target sign. Hey, this is
Welcome to Target.
welcome to Target. What do you got? What do you need?
We only sell electronics, but
I don't take cash. I only trade old barter system.
I'd like to make a return.
can I get my 3 chickens back?
All right, guys. Thank you all for joining us. Remember, thank you all. And until next time, remember to always embrace the dark. Good night.